Hello everyone, welcome to the video on algebra for competitive exams. I am going to explain the NIPER drug inspector related questions in this video. Basically the video is about the concept of time, distance and rate kind of problems. This is my YouTube channel. If you like the video content, do subscribe. Let's get into the topic. Now before getting into that, you need to understand rate and speed are used interchangeably, both of them more or less similar. Now, when you talk about speed of a vehicle, we loosely say it as 60 km per hour. Let us understand what are we talking about. You say 60 km distance is covered in 1 hour. This is what is meant by 60 km per hour. So what is this? 60 kilometers is distance traveled, and what is this? This is time. And this is what is known as rate or speed. See, the fundamental equation which determines the rate and speed is R equal to d by t. In another sense, you can write it as R multiplies t equal to d. You just keep this thing in your mind. See, it's a common sense one. We all use these words. I drove my vehicle with 60 kilometers per hour, 80 kilometers per hour. The moment you say that, you're talking about rate. And how you can say that rate? It is the distance traveled in a specific time. That is what is kilometer per hour is. So this is the important one which we need to keep all the time in the mind. The next important one is average speed. So again, this concept is tested in many of the questions. Now when they say average speed or rate, it is total distance by total time. So these two are the fundamental principles which we need to keep it in mind. So with these two you can solve many of the problems, and you need to use simple logics. Let us see with examples. See, in order to do that, you need to follow a strategy. See, the strategy to do a rate kind of questions is, the first and foremost thing is what is given. You need to read the question properly in order to understand what is given, whether the rate is given, time is given, or the distance is given. You need to put it down, write it down. Second one, what is asked? What is the question prompt? What is the question about? So to get that answer, what is this one? What is required? So what is asked? Now the next one is what is required. Now sometimes look at this, the question may ask you about what is rate. The data may give the distance. In order to get this rate, if you have distance, this is not enough. You need to get time. So this is what is required. If you get this required one, you will get what is asked. And what is given? Distance is given. So see, keep these things in your mind. Whenever you do this kind of problems, you need to understand what is given, what is the question prompt, what is asked, and what is required to get that answer. Let us apply these concepts and do some of the questions. Now see, this is given in NIPER examination. Let us solve this. And again, see, every question can be solved in multiple ways. Now you need to understand the concept. I'll explain one question with multiple answers. You need to apply the same thing to each and every question. Finally, you have to understand the concept. Let us see this. Now a man completes his journey in total 8 hours. So I told you the strategy, you need to write it down what is given. The total distance is 8 hours. Not only this, in his journey he travels at 40 kilometers per hour for half distance. The rest is 60 kilometers per hour. Now look at this. This is the total distance. Now in this total distance, half of the time he traveled with 40 kilometers per hour and the next half is with 60 kilometers per hour. You need to understand this half distance. Now, what is the question prompt? What is the total distance traveled? So you need to figure out what is this total distance is. So this is what is asked. These are given. The red things are given. Now you need to solve this. Again, the fundamental principle, as I told you, rate multiplies time gives you distance. Now let us say how can we do this. Now in the question, see, this one is important. Half distance. What does it mean? That means this one the same. Both of them are same. This is d, small d. Both of them are same, and the small d's, when you add them, you will get the total distance. So when distance is same, what happens? R and T becomes also same. let me give with the explanation. Look at this. Let me write this. See, for this, what is the distance? Distance is given by rate multiplies by time. What is the rate here? It is given as 40. See, the first half is with 40 kilometers per hour. Now, time here, look at this. See, for this one, the time is T1. For this one, the time is T2. Now, T1 plus T2, the total time is 8 hours. It is given already. So, 40 multiplies T1 gives you the distance T1, right? The next one. Here the rate is 60 multiplies. Now, look at this. T2 can be written as 8 minus T1, right? You transform this, you will get this. So, in place of T2, I can write 8 minus T1. This is also D1. Both of them are equal. That means 40 multiplies T1 equal to 60 multiplies 8 minus T1. Now, what does this give? This 40 T1 equals to 60 into 8. 480 minus 60 T1. See, this is what is transformed like this. Now, when you interchange this, take this 60 to here, it becomes plus 60 plus 40 is equal to 100 T1 equal to 480. So, what is T1? 4.8. So, the time for the first half of the journey taken is 4.8 hours. Look at this, both of them T1 plus T2 is 8 hours. If T1 is 4.8, T2 must be 3.2 hours. When you add them, you will get 8 hours. So this is what is there. Again let me explain this. See, what is given? 40 kilometers per hour with first half, 70 kilometers per hour second half. Total time is 8 hours. Using this formula, because the distance is same, you equate both of them. R here is 40, T is T1, R here is 60, T I have just interchanged this. When T1 plus T2 is 8 hours, T2 will become 8 minus T1. This is what is written. When you write this equation, finally you will get T1 is 4.8 and T2 is 3.2 hours. Now look at this. Now what is the question? Question is about total distance traveled. Now let us see this. See, take the first prompt. The time is 4.8 and the rate is 40. Then what is the distance traveled? 192 kilometers. Look at this. The distance is same. If this one is 192, this one is also be 192. Let us calculate this. Now, what is the rate here? What is the time here? 3.2 into what is the rate here? 60 gives 192. So, what is the total distance? 192 plus 192? 384 is the answer. So, this is the one of the way how you can do this kind of questions, but this is not the only way. Let me give you one more method. Understand that. See the same problem. So, the T1 plus T2 equal to 8. This is what is given, right? The first rate is 40, second rate is 60 kilometers per hour. You need to find out the total distance. What is the distance? Now, how can you do this? Again, look at the question. See, the total distance is D1 plus D2 equal to D. Again, this D1 equal to D2. Why? Just now we have seen the distance is same. Here it is 40, here it is 60, right? Now you need to get what is the total distance is. How can you do this? Now look at this. The basic formula is R into T equal to distance, right? Now imagine, now what we need is this T. So if you extract this T, what happens? T equal to distance by R, right? Now take this distance as D1. Both of them are same. Now for this, what would be the T? T equal to D1 by 40. What is the rate here? Now what is T here? Here also the distance is D1, but the rate is 60, right? Now look at this. T1 plus T2 equal to 8. So this is T1, this is T2. If you combine them, that means D1 by 40 plus D2 by 60 should be equal to 8 according to this. Now, when you solve this, what do you get? 5D, 5D1 by 120 equal to 8. Then what is D1? 192. So the distance is 192. So you need to get the total distance is D1 plus D2. 192 plus 192, 384. Now look at this. Both of them you can do it in either ways, but what is required is you need to understand the concept. If you have any doubt, please go through it again. You will get the concept. Let us move on to the next one. Again, this is also from NIPER. Now, again, you need to the strategy is you need to know what is given. See, a car travels 8 kilometers in the first quarter of an hour, 6 kilometers second quarter, 16 kilometers in the third quarter of an hour. The average speed of the car in kilometer per hour for the entire journey is what? Now, let us understand this one. See, this is the total journey. Imagine this thing. This is first quarter, this is next quarter, this is third quarter, this is fourth quarter. So this is what is total 60 minutes is, right? Now, what does it say? For first quarter, it has traveled 8 kilometers. For second quarter, 6 kilometers. For third quarter, it is 16 kilometers. This is what is given. But what is the question? What is the speed for 1 hour? You need to figure out what is R is for 1 hour. Now see the average speed. See, at the beginning I told you the average speed is given by total distance divided by total time. Now what is the total distance here? 8 plus 6 plus 16, 30 divided by what is the time? 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, it is 3/4 of the time. So what it becomes? 40 kilometers per hour. So very simple one. So the answer is 40. Again, understand, this is important one. Average speed, if you want to calculate the average speed, you need to calculate total distance, total time. So the time is 3/4 and you get 40 as answer, right? Again, moving to the next one. Again, this is also given in NIPER. Okay, let us understand what is the question is about. A person walks 3/4 of his normal velocity and reaches office 20 minutes late. What is his usual time taken to reach office? Now understand this question. See, again, this is the distance. When he travels with his normal velocity, at a particular time he reaches, right? So R into T is equal to D. This distance will be covered in R into T. If he walks 3/4 of his normal velocity, this is what is meant by 3/4 of his normal velocity means R into 3/4. He reaches 20 minutes late means you need to understand this becomes T plus 20. Imagine with normal velocity, if he is reaching in half an hour or 30 minutes, 20 minutes late means how much it becomes? It becomes 50. That means you need to write T plus 20. Don't get confused here. This is what is there. Now, see again R. So what it becomes? R 3/4 into T plus 20. Again, this is the same distance. The distance is the same. You are not changing this distance. So both of them are same. So what can you write? R multiplies T equals to 3R/4 into T plus 20. Now cross multiply with this 4. 4RT equal to 3RT plus 20 into 3R, 60R. So you take this 3RT here, you get RT equal to 60R, and what is T? R 60. So T is 60 here. This is what we have solved here. Now what is the question asked? What is the usual time take to reach office is 60 minutes. This is what is there. If he moves with 3/4 velocity, it becomes T plus 20, it becomes 80 minutes. But the question is, what is usual time? Usual time is 60 minutes. Simple one. Simple algebraic equations. Okay, I have come up with two of the examples to make sure the concept is very clear. Understand this one. See, two cars started from the same point at 5 a.m. traveling in opposite directions at 40 and 50 kilometers per hour. At what time they will be 450 kilometers apart? Look at this. This is the point. So one car is moving in this direction and the car is moving in this direction, opposite directions. At what rate? This is moving with 40 kilometers per hour, this is moving with 50 kilometers per hour. So the question is, at what time, after how much of time, they will be 450 kilometers apart? Now you need to understand this thing. See, after 1 hour, what happens? This is moving 40 kilometers and this is moving 50 kilometers. So what is the distance between them? For 1 hour, it is, for 1 hour it is 90 kilometers. What about 2 hours? It becomes 180. What about 3? It becomes 270 kilometers. What about 4? 360 kilometers. What about 5 hours? It becomes 450 kilometers. This is what is the question about. They will be apart 450 kilometers after 5 hours. When they have started at 5 a.m. After 5 hours means at 10 a.m. they will be 450 kilometers apart. Again, this is a different type of question. That's why I have given it here. Let's move on to the last type of question. Now look at this. Ravi drove for 3 hours at a rate of 50 kilometers per hour and 2 hours at 60 kilometers per hour. What is his average speed for the whole journey? Now look at this. He is driving from here to here. 3 hours he drove for 50 kilometers per hour, and then 2 hours he drove for 60 kilometers per hour. So this is what his journey is about. Now, what is his average speed? When you talk about average speed, what do you need? See, R into T equal to D. Now R equal to D by T. So the total distance by total time. Now, so total distance means for 3 hours, if he is moving with 50 kilometer speed, how much distance he will cover? 3 into 50, 150 kilometers, plus here 2 hours with 60 kilometer speed, 2 into 60, 120. What is the total time? 3 plus 2, 5 hours. What it becomes? 270 by 5. How much is this? By 5 is a 25, by 4 is a 20. So what is the average speed? 54 kilometers per hour. Again, understand this. See, 3 hours with 50 kilometers, 2 hours with 60 kilometers. See, 3 hours with 50 kilometers, 2 hours with 60 kilometers. So higher amount of time he is spending with 50 kilometers per hour. That is the reason why the average will be closer to 50. Only 2 hours he is spending with 60 kilometers per hour. So the answer is getting closer to 50. Again, the answer will never be either 50 or 60. See, one is traveling with 50 and the other is traveling with 60, but the times are different. So the answers will never be 50 or 60. These two can never be. And the answer will be definitely closer to 50 because higher time is spent with 50 kilometer speed. So without doing all these things, you can put answer as this. For that, you need little bit of concept development. So I hope you understand the rate, time, distance problems. Thank you for watching this video.